Good morning, everybody. Jackie Schmelin here with our very famous Chef Danny Wolf from the Army Reserve here in the Wood Harbor Kitchen. So if we're talking anniversary, which we have many times with you wonderful folks who are ready to serve at any time, we're talking cake and celebration at the same time. So what in the world did you bring in this morning?
This is a chandelier cake.
Chandelier cake.
You can make it, as long as you want. There's a lot of variations for it.
How in the world, Chef, did you put this together? That is unbelievable. Do I have to get, it looks like some hardware and some tools out to make this happen.
Yeah, it is. It's actually different than a normal cake because there's one central rod that goes all the way through, but then each layer in between, the metal layer, has like a screw mount in there. So you screw each one. Like I said, you can use it. I have some other stands so you can even go bigger. You can use the same configuration if you literally want to hang from a chandelier.
Is there a weight limit of what you can do?
No, with these,
No?
no, there's not. Actually, this was in the back of my truck driving just like this.
Of course it was. What's the biggest chandelier cake you've ever made?
I did one that was, with my larger stand, it was 3.5 feet.
3.5 feet, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you do need some certain hardware
Right.
In here, and then is this just cardboard?
That's cardboard, but the metal's right there.
Oh my gosh! So
Right.
You cook it like a normal cake,
Yes.
and then frost it and all that good stuff,
layer
and
it, right.
then layer it up on that.
And something
what a unique cake.
Something I wish I would have brought too. There's a new product called, instead of when you go to do your cakes, you do what's called a crumb coat.
Right.
It's a spray and coat.
You can just spray it.
You just spray it over the
Chef,
cake.
we need to hang out more often. This sounds easy.
Put it in the oven not in the oven, in the refrigerator for 3 minutes.
Minutes?
Put it out.
Usually it's hours.
Takes care of all then you can go ahead and do your cake. So it saves on frosting. You can't taste it at all because it dissolves with the frosting once the cake sets.
Okay.
So it makes it a lot easier for you. So
yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that extra frosting and the crumbs mixing up in that.
Okay, well, we know you have to make a pretty special cake when you're celebrating a 109-year anniversary. So we want to decorate this beautiful cake. So
Yes.
we have it all hung up, ready to go. So what are we going to do now to make it even more special?
What we're going to do is it's not new, but it's new. It's just getting popular in the United States. They're called Russian piping tips.
Russian piping tips.
Made in China.
You know where
Yeah, I know. But they're unique because if you remember in the other ways where you have the rose tip,
Yeah.
and you have to do all the,
and
it looks like a mashed potato, kind of goofy. These
But
are
when
a lot
I do it,
easier.
yes, it does look like a mashed potato.
These are a lot easier, and I'm going to show you, and there's so many variations. What we're going to do is we're going to practice a little bit before you put one on here.
All right, let's practice. Oh, on here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Okay, you just hold it up a little bit and pull away.
And that creates a flower. Same thing with this one?
That's your leaf.
Oh, this is a leaf.
But you also can do a tulip if you wanted to.
So this direction or this
Yeah.
direction? This one?
Yeah, the curvature of it. Just come up a little bit, pull away. Squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull.
Squeeze and pull.
Right.
All right. Something tells me you're much better at this than I am, Chef. That's
Yeah.
why practice is perfect.
That's because I slept at a Holiday Inn last night. No.
So you know how to do everything. All right, so we're going to practice. Now, would you transfer these, or is this just
No,
practice?
That's the nice thing about this. You can make it right on the cake. And there's several different tubes you can do. It's versatile because you can do all kinds of labeling. You can cut your tubes down. It's like instead of a couple hundred, it's about 10 to probably do everything. Now, it's not the classical roses. They're not the classical tulips. But if you don't have a lot of time and you haven't been able to master, the classical way.
Let's face it, those aren't the easiest thing in the world to
No,
do. They
they're
take
not.
time, where this, you can still get a beautiful flower and do it in a much easier way. Okay, so what are these called again? Russian what?
It's Russian tubes.
Russian tubes. And you
Or
said
pastry tubes, yep.
And they're kind of nice because they're easily disposable, so you don't have to worry about
The bags,
the
yeah.
bags and
Right.
cleaning and all
And
that.
that's something else I like to use too. And they have different sizes. You can get a roll of bags, and when you're done, just cut your little tube out, or if you have a coupling, throw the bag away and just wash your tube. So it makes it cleaner too.
Well, I'm getting a little bit better the more we practice. But how about you
Okay.
continue to work on our beautiful
'Cause then you gotta
chandelier
put
cake?
the
Okay,
leaves
then I'm
in
going to be
here.
your leaf person.
Yeah.
I got your back on this one. All right. So we're creating a delicious cake. Are there celebrations that continue on? I know the big anniversary official day was yesterday, but are you continuing to support our wonderful Army Reserves with
All
some amazing
over the
food and
world.
all over the world. I
No
know
matter
you
what
are.
time it is, reserves are cutting some cake somewhere.
Are they really?
Yes, it's a tradition, and we kind of makes it nice because then we also celebrate the Army birthday like a month later.
This is kind of reminded me of Pella Tulip Festival over here on this cake.
Oh,
Got a
right,
lot of-
yeah.
a lot of
And
great-
this tube you can make leaves with. You can actually make tulips with this tip here.
With this one I have?
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you show that off because I'm just making a whole lot of green slob over here. Okay, so here, show me some beautifulness on the paper over here, Chef.
What we're going to do is you got to look at the curvature of the tube. Let me make it a little cleaner for you here.
Sorry, I'm messy when I bake.
See how the curvature is? How it goes like almost like a fingernail?
Right.
So you're going to take it like this with the out part like she did for the leaves. And the first time you're kind of going to do a little base here. But now you're just going to take it go like this. Oop. Yeah, we're a little soft now because of the lights.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're just kind of building a flower on top
Right,
of it.
and actually what you should do is this should be as cold as you can handle in the refrigerator. The stiffer it is, the easier it will be to put it on the cake, especially like if you have a lot of lights in it. But there's a lot of things you could do with this tube too. You could do like a kind of like a scrolling.
So lots of different designs, very easy to use.
If you've seen those cakes where it looks like it's all ribbon,
Like ribbon.
that's what they use.
Really?
Yes.
So we're acting like the professionals here this morning, and of course you are professional. Do you have any big events coming up, or you're just making sure everyone's fed and at their best?
Make sure everything's fed, getting ready to start touring before school's over at a couple schools and
Okay.
talk about, culinary arts and the military and that. So
Wonderful.
Yep.
So continuing the great work. So if we wanted to eat any of this delicious cake, how would we even dive into that bad boy?
well, and what I have is this has a small metal plate here, so we're gonna, cut a few pieces out without touching the metal plate.
Chef, why are you talking? You should start cutting because
Yes,
I want to try some
ma'am.
cake. I mean,
And
let's get down to
I'm
it.
gonna make sure I bring some to all my troops because they're watching right now on TV.
Oh.
And normally-
we thank you so much for everything that you do,
Yeah.
all of the Army Reserve.
Normally what you could do is you could just take it off the stand now and just put it on. I have like a little pot holder.
Yeah.
And that's where you put
Oh,
it.
that's
but
smart.
We're gonna do it right here, so.
And what kind of cake did you make for us today?
This top one is, the other ones are marble. This one's just a yellow cake.
So you're always making something pretty darn special for not only us in the morning, but also
Yeah.
all the wonderful people that work for the Army Reserve. So on behalf of all of us here at CW Iowa Live, we want to salute you for your great work, your readiness that you're able to do every single day for us and be on command. And Chef, we appreciate everything
Thank
you
you.
do for them as
Thank
well.
you.
As I get to eat some delicious cake now. Hey, happy anniversary, Army Reserve. You're watching CW Iowa Live on KCWI Channel 23. We'll be right back. Thank you for your service. It's delicious, are you kidding? Oh!